Oh my god, this is really good. It's like really crunchy as well.
Our little hiding spot. I finally got myself out of the house. The past week, I have been stuck in a rut. I need to get myself to do more activities to kind of get out of that rut. Sometimes just getting yourself out of your house is the first step in getting out of a rut. When I have like a whole day that's free, sometimes I want to get out, but getting ready is one thing and procrastinating when you're getting ready is another thing. So today, I want to go thrift shopping. I want to expand my closet, not in a way that it's just filling my closet for the sake of filling it. I want to find unique pieces that motivates me or inspires me to wear it most days. I think having like pieces that inspire you also helps in wanting to go out for the day and like preventing you from staying home the entire day. I didn't find anything that was worth it for me to buy there, so yeah, I didn't get anything. I'm kind of hungry and I've been craving burgers. I was thinking if I should get either Burger King or McDonald's. They don't have any Burger King drive-thru around here, so I'm gonna get McDonald's instead. Kind of wish that they had more Burger King drive-thrus because I really love Burger King. I think Burger King is better than McDonald's in terms of burger. Yeah, I mean like that's why they're called Burger King, I guess. And guess what I got? I love when the fries are still warm and crispy. It tastes so good. Okay, nothing can beat McDonald's fries though. But the burger, I still think Burger King is better than McDonald's. The fries, oh my god. I got a spicy double beef burger with cheese. I got the large set and more water because I'm trying to cut on sugar and water is just healthiest. So I heard it seems like January has been kind of a rough month for almost everyone, and I think it's kind of crazy how like we're all going through it together. Because like I thought that it was like only a few of us, but it turns out it's like all over social media and like everyone's going through it. Maybe you start a new career or you start a new path, or like basically you're like going through a whole life change. During this time, it seems like a lot of people are kind of ending things and like starting new in whatever that they're going through in their life. Whatever it is that we're going through now may suck, but the feeling is only temporary. And I think that when we finally overcome this part of our life, then the rest of the year starts aligning more. Today is gonna be quite an interesting day. So my friend invited me to this hotel in KL. It's called Lloyd's Inn. I've never heard of it before, but when I saw the picture, I was like, oh, I think I've seen it before. So yeah, it's gonna be a sleepover, so it's gonna be fun. Guess what I did today? I have kind of been bed rotting today. So yeah, at least this is getting me out of my bed and being more involved in the world. I feel like the past few days I've been, okay, to be honest, past few days I have been bed rotting, kinda. I know it's not ideal, but I'm getting there, okay? I'm getting there. So yeah, tonight will be fun. It's gonna be like a sleepover and we're gonna have so much fun. We are gonna have so much fun together. Honestly, lately I've been feeling kind of like lazy-ish, demotivated with life, and yeah, I guess like it comes and goes, but that is just what I've been dealing with recently. And yeah, it's been kind of hard to find motivation or like inspiration, I guess, to get up and do something. And I know that usually if you do find motivation or if you find inspiration, it's mostly short term. So like I guess this stage where I'm feeling demotivated and like super lazy. I guess that also comes and goes. So maybe it's also like a matter of time before I get back into the groove of things and like I get more creative ideas and like basically get more energy to do things that are productive, I guess. Also, why is it so hot? Is it just me or is it like so hot these few days? Like I'm literally doing nothing and like I just start sweating and like I hate sweating. I'm literally not doing anything at home. I just start sweating and it just gets really hot. But like when I look outside, it's not even that sunny. So where is the heat coming from? Later, I'm going to this hotel to meet my friend. Actually, I'm excited to take you with me. Yep, I'm excited to take you with me to explore this new hotel experience and also a spontaneous one. But sometimes the best things in life are spontaneous, or is it unexpected? But like they're somewhat similar, so yeah, I guess it fits in this category or whatever it is I'm talking about. Hi, good morning. She also just woke up, so it's not just me that's bed rotting, okay? So this is the finished look. I added some eyeshadow because I was feeling extra today. I'm sorry, like sometimes when I'm lazy, I just couldn't be bothered, so... But yeah, I'm bothered today. I know it's just a one night stay, but look, you can never come too prepared, right? Literally standing outside for just like 5 seconds and I'm drowning in sweat. Welcome
Back!
Guess who's back?
I'm back again, guys, for round 2.
So today, where are we right now?
We are at Lloyd's Inn in the middle of KL, behind TRX.
It's a cozy place.
Yes.
Are you cozy?
I'm cozy.
You guys should get cozy too.
Yes.
Because today we will be playing an interesting icebreaker game. It's called icebreaker and like basically it has 6 different categories of cards that you pick from, and then there's a question on the cards. We take turns to answer the question and get to know each other. So
We haven't played this, guys.
yeah,
We
we
haven't.
definitely haven't played this before. It's definitely our first time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, so I'm picking the yellow one. The yellow one is life lessons. Describe a time when you believed giving up was the right thing to do but regretted it in hindsight.
When have I ever given up on something that I regret? Because to me, I believe that everything happens for a reason. So
Yeah.
if you gave up on something, then it's just not meant for you.
I can't think of anything because I don't give up. On a serious note though, like I can't think of anything.
Yeah, same. There's nothing that I would like, oh, I didn't curse. Oh, snap, I needed to go back in time and change things. Because if I were to go back and change things, then I wouldn't be the person I am today. So no regret.
Like you said, everything happens for a reason. So like, if you give up, then it probably wasn't meant for you.
Yeah.
And like in the future, you probably got something better. So why regret it?
Exactly. No regrets, guys.
No regrets.
For sure. What widely accepted belief needs to be dead and buried? Child marriages. Who said that? I don't want to get controversial here, but there are child for a reason, you know?
They should be mature enough to make decisions for themselves instead of having someone else make the decision for them.
You know what? Scratch whoever said that in the first place. Marriages should be taken more seriously. Like you said, sometimes you need to be able to make a decision on your own first before being with somebody. This goes for young adults, as in like, well, below the age of 25 getting married. I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with that. If you're ready, then you're ready. But you need to understand the full responsibility and commitment of being married to somebody. It's a different ball game than you being boyfriend or girlfriend. Based on, you know, people around me and the stories that I've heard, when you get married before you are ready, the number one issue that newlyweds face is financial, unless you come from like a very, very, very wealthy family. So when you are dealing something financially, you will fight a lot. And when you have children, your children will most of the time get the impact of fights and whatnot. Then your children will later on need therapy in life. It's just a vicious cycle that has been happening. And also, like, when you get married, it shouldn't be normalized that you have kids right away. People should normalize taking time with your partner first before having children. That should be normalized as well.
It also comes with the fact that a lot of people in their early 20s who are considering marriage are kind of pressured by society, even though they might think that they want to get married, but it can also be part of the reason that society is kind of putting that pressure that, like, having reached a certain age, you have to be
married and have kids,
have like a certain things achieved by then, right?
There's no formula, guys. Nobody goes through life the same. Everybody goes through life at their own pace. Another belief that needs to be dead and buried is that a relationship should be the same for everyone. Like I said, some people, they prefer doing 50-50, and that's fine. Some people likes to be with a guy who is a full provider, and that's fine. Do what's best for you and your partner. You don't really have to mock or insult the other person just because they want to go through hardships.
A lot of people like to compare their relationship with others, and that also goes with comparing your life on social media. Basically, comparison in general is not good. I think most of it was...
I mean, there's a lot coming from me, but I would yap for 3 hours if you give me the chance.
We need to move on.
Move on. Let's move on, guys.
So, it's a sign we need to move on.
Okay, it's a me thing, okay?
What big decision in your life felt scary at that time, but looking back was the best decision you could have made? Okay, I'll go first. I think there's a lot, but I would say quitting my job. So I was working at a retail job for like 1 year, and throughout that 1 year, there was a lot of changes. I decided to quit that job, even though I didn't find any other jobs to replace it at that time. I think it was scary because, like, working at that job, you get so used to your routine at that job as well. Quitting it was a big change because it's like you're closing one door of your life and you're opening a new door, but the new door is an uncertainty. So I think it was one of the best decisions that I have made, because quitting that job allowed me to regain back my time and my energy to kind of bring back my focus on what I wanted to do in my life, what inspires me, what I want to pursue. So I think that later on led me to start my YouTube channel. I'm just so grateful that I guess everything happens for a reason. Maybe that was the path that I was supposed to take.
Honestly, if I have to pick a moment, it felt scary. I'm always scared. What do you mean?
Life is scary.
Life is scary, and it's so full of uncertainty.
But you know what? Do it scared.
Do it scared.
Do it scared.
Okay, something that I could remember is that after I finished high school, I wanted to go to a public university. Okay, it's all about financials, so it's cheaper. And I didn't end up passing whatever interview that they had, and I felt really bummed out. I really, really wanted to go to public university, and so I had to opt for a private one. I was scared. And I was like, what, 18 years old? I was thinking, I have to pay a lot. One semester is like so expensive. What am I going to do? I'm going to have student loan for the rest of my life. And I was just 18 at the moment, and I was already thinking about my financials in the future, you know. I kind of hated it, the fact that I had to go to a private university, but in the end I did anyways, and it was the best decision of my life. I believe that I wouldn't be able to flourish and do well had I went to a government university. Sometimes, you know, you just need to be in a certain environment to be able to be comfortable, and that's one of the things that I could think. Just, it's so boring, what the hell.
Especially when you're in your early 20s, it comes back to the societal expectations of like having to have everything planned the moment you finish high school and you're in university. Because like when I finished high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but like with my parents and my family and my friends, they all seemed like you were supposed to know what you're supposed to do. At that time, when I finished high school, I was like kind of forced to pick something. I ended up picking something that didn't really align with what I was truly passionate about and what I really wanted to do. So I felt like I kind of didn't really utilize the first few years of my adult life properly.
No, but that's the thing. I feel like it goes back to our schooling system, especially in Malaysia. At 17, I needed to know what I wanted to pursue. And you have to make that decision at 17, 18. Like, who knows anything, you know? And I'm grateful because I had an older sister that were able to guide me and tell me, like, these are your options. Some people, they don't have anybody to advise or guide them.
I'm an only child.
Exactly. So the only advice that you'll get is from your parents. You know, to be frank, they lived a different life than you. It's a different generation. It's crazy for me. At 17 or 18, you need to decide what course you want to take. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Like, why is that normalized? That shouldn't be normalized. Going back to that question just now,
Honestly, that shouldn't be normalized.
that should be very
Yeah.
deep, you know.
Yeah.
And then like when you finish, you need to just get a job and somehow also be married and also have children and also be financially stable and mentally stable. And I remember thinking like when I start working, there's no mid-sem break. There's no like
Yeah.
a month or two break. Like you're supposed to work every day for a whole year and you get like minimum 14 days off. Or like yours is like much lesser, right? But that's because you do retail.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. You're supposed to do that until like 50 or 55. That's almost half of your life dedicated
To your company.
to your company that would replace you in a second.
And you're getting underpaid.
Honestly speaking, I never understood the 9 to 5 culture. And it's not really 9 to 5, it's actually 7 to 7 because most people that I know, they get up early in the morning, 6, they get ready, they have to leave by 7. So to me, the moment you wake up and you're done getting ready, that's already like, you know, the time is clicking already.
Yeah, I remember working at a corporate job from 9 to 5. I remember how you weren't really seen in a good light if you left on time, right? Because like even though
Yeah.
if it's 9 to 5, like you're still expected to work a bit longer so that you're kind of showing that you are working hard. If you leave on time, then like people would kind of look down on that.
But honestly, you shouldn't care. Nobody should care. If you're doing 9 to 5, you should be at the office 9 and leave at 5.
Yeah,
Okay?
honestly.
Like you don't get paid a penny more if you stay longer than that.
Yeah, honestly, I learned that the hard way. I used to come in earlier than I was expected and leave a bit earlier just so that I was seen more hardworking. And then that came with the cost of my energy. So
Yeah, no. And
my energy and my time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
if you are comfortable enough to show to the company that you have no boundaries, they will step on you. Because if you come to the office early and go back late, they will expect that from you every day.
Yeah, every day.
And what if your grandma's birthday is on that day and you have a dinner reservation at 5:30 and you need to leave by 5 and you leave at 5? You're going to feel guilty because
It's
left
like a
work.
routine, right?
Yeah, you've left work
Yeah.
at 5:30 instead of 5 and now you feel bad. Like that's not nice.
From the start of your job, you should just be like coming in and
No, for sure. Only do what you're paid to do. If you're my boss, don't watch this. I love you.
I love my job.
I love my job. Manifest it, right?
Yeah,
And why are we here? Because of my job.
yeah. So there's a lot of job on job on job.
Yes.
Anyways, we need to move on.
We need to move on. What piece of advice would you give your younger self, Fee, if you could?
Oh.
It's a typo. But yeah,
Okay.
what advice would you give to your younger self?
Always challenge your self-doubts, because whatever doubts you have in your head, I've come to a point in my life where every time I get a self-doubt, I would always take it with a grain of salt. I would challenge it by doing the opposite of what my doubts are and then proving it wrong. I can say 99% of my doubts have always been proven wrong. So I believe that's true for everyone as well, because like I guess it comes down to the fact that I heard scientifically our brain is wired to keep us safe, right?
Yes, yes.
So that's
Your
where-
anxiety
yeah.
is kind of like a defense mechanism.
Yeah, so in modern life, it's kind of like unnecessary to have all these doubts, and I think it's more like anything now is possible than
Yeah.
it was before. You reach a certain point in life where you just would get like a self-doubt or like an insecurity in your head, and then
Yeah.
you just be like brushing it off. But at the same time, there are some moments in your life where the insecurity or
Yeah.
self-doubt will hit harder compared to other moments, right? But at the end of the day, you just have to be aware and like acknowledge that those are just thoughts. They do not define who you are, and they do not define what you're capable of.
For me, there's a few bunch that I would give my younger self, but here's some that I would give. Your past does not define you. Everything happens for a reason, so there's no point looking back and wishing that you've done things differently. Every single choice you've made has led you to where you need it to be. Third is that other people's insults or words or whatever it is does not define you as well. Sometimes people project their insecurities to other people. You shouldn't take anything seriously. Take what's good and just ignore the bad side, right? And then be patient with everything. You will eventually get to where you need to be when you are ready. Sometimes you're not ready to achieve or get what you want to get because you're just not mentally prepared or you just haven't fully matured yet. The things that you want, there's a reason why you feel like you want it.
Not
There's a-
everyone has the same idea, and you're getting the idea for a
Exactly.
reason.
Yeah, you just need to be patient, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself. Be patient, man.
I think you're not getting that yet because there are a few things that you need to learn in order for you to get that thing right.
For sure.
Because like if you did get what you want right now, maybe you would feel like you are unable to handle that. So that's why you're not getting it now.
Yes.
But let's say you put in the hard work and then you get back like $1 million,
Mhm.
then you would know what to do with that money because of the hard work that you put in.
Yeah, for sure. And people's bad behavior is not your fault. Some people, they are mean and rude because they're an awful person. It has nothing to do with you. So again, don't take things too seriously. I feel like when I was younger, I took things too damn seriously, man. Like too seriously for no no reason. And now I'm like, you know what? We live on a floating rock that's spinning around the sun. There's people on the other side of the world going through war. To me, that's so messed up. You know, like I'm here trying to
Just trying your best.
trying my best also and trying to think what shoes I should buy, you know. And I have like people on the other side of the world going through some serious stuff. It doesn't feel real. That's what made me realize, like, you know what? Nothing is.
Honestly, life isn't real though. Like,
You get what I mean? I think it's called realization, where you just starting to realize that, you know,
life isn't real, and like you literally can't achieve anything that you want in life.
exactly. No, can you imagine tomorrow you can just wake up and decide to be a different person, have different personality, have different interests. Yeah, see, this is why people go crazy.
Is this real?
It's normal to have these thoughts, but I don't think people should really deep dive and question too much, because that's when you just let it go.
I think I heard a term where this term is more used around the LSD drug. Something called the loss of your ego. I forgot what it's called. There's a word for it that means that you lose your ego, which means that you lose your sense of self.
I haven't heard that before.
You haven't heard of it? I think it really does relate, because sometimes, like, the more you know, the more you suffer.
That's why people say the less I know, the better.
Yeah.
So it's okay to question things sometimes, but ground yourself. Have a grounding technique. Sometimes when I lay down or just chill in, I'm start thinking like, I'm just like, I am like the conscious in a body, and you are a conscious in a body. That's wicked. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Calm down. Slow down, Savannah. You are going.
Oh my god, I thought it was only me, because like sometimes I'll be in public and then I'll just like suddenly have this derealization where like I'll just think like it's like so many consciousness beings here.
Exactly.
For me, I would think there's so many souls here.
No, I know. Right? Sometimes when it hits you, you're like, holy moly.
You kind of like ignore the fear, like their human form, and you see them as a soul, right?
Yes, yes.
Conscious. Sometimes when you're in public, you get these moments, and then you're just like, there's just so many conscious beings that are not fully aware of what they are and their true potential.
Yes,
and
for
that's
sure.
kind of crazy.
That is.
It's also kind of sad how a lot of these people aren't able to achieve the point in their life where they realize this, because of like maybe they're struggling in their life trying to sustain their lifestyle and like trying to live a stable life. When they're in that state, they're in a survival state. All you can think about is getting your basic needs.
Yeah.
Like food, shelter, money. Once you have all your basic needs covered, then that's when you move on to focusing on your self-actualization, and you're reflecting on yourself as a person.
Yeah.
Like what your passions, what you want to pursue, and then you go deeper because you have already the foundations of your life, right?
Yeah, this talk just became really real.
Yeah.
You see back this recording when you're talking, I'm like, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy how like I've never talked to anyone else about how like you realize like you mentioned you realize
just look at yourself.
just
You're
look at
like,
yourself and you're like, this is just my outer appearance, but like there's a whole other person inside, like a whole consciousness.
I mean, like to me,
inside.
how I say it's like I am my brain. You know what I mean? Like I'm just an organ.
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah,
I start going crazy.
That could be in another video.
How did it turn to? The question was, what piece of advice would you give your younger self?
Okay,
How did we become?
Maybe we have lived a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm only 23 and she's only 25.
She's
but-
3 years old and I'm 5 years old.
Yeah, I'm 3 years old, guys.
Yeah, so don't date her.
But you too, you're like both my
I don't want to be dated.
Oh, yeah.
We need to move on first.
We need to move on. Hey guys, I just got back from work and it's been a long day. Surprisingly, I'm not even that tired, but right now it's like 11 and I got home, I took a shower, and I immediately had to make this video. If you made it to this part of the video, then you are definitely a real one, because the real ones stay till the end of the video. I mean, especially at this time, it's where we get cozy and there's some honest conversation going on. To be honest, I feel like life has been moving. It feels like I am starting a new chapter of my life, and today was my first day working, and there's new characters, new story, new chapter, almost new everything. So I'm kind of excited to see where this goes. But it's also a coincidence that the moment I started working is when I started to get back inspiration and creative ideas. for my vlogs. I mean, that kind of explained why I got home and immediately felt like I wanted to record this video. Anyways, I might probably make a separate video talking more about this. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I feel like I've been seeing some improvement in like my editing, just like the way I approach making these videos. So yeah, I am seeing a direction for this channel, and I am also excited to see where this takes me. So yeah, definitely life is moving. Let's see where this goes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye!